Shalom Chaverim, hello everyone, friends, family. At this point, we are starting the ordination of the Israeli branch. And joining me today are a few people from Tmura, Israel. The first one will not be graduating tonight. Ani Dgani, please come on stage. And Ani has started to study with us after the first ordination that we had in Israel. And she's here and she's promised to help us with the next one. So Ani will start. Please.
For more than 100 years, the land of Israel has been a place where more than one half of the nation see themselves as secular Jews. The pioneers of Zionism were secular. The first Chalutzim were secular. The thinkers and leaders of the Yishuv were secular. Out of their imagination and determination were formed the cities, the Moshavim and Kibbutzim of the new Jewish homeland. Out of their idealism came the foundation of a free and democratic state. Zionism was both Jewish and secular, but it found no time and no need to create the movement of secular humanistic Judaism. This was written by Rabbi Sherwin Wein.
I want you to know that all of you madrichim and rabbis, when you come to Israel, you have to read it all in Hebrew. Okay. Okay, I'm going to invite two more people from Tmura who are going to be ordained tonight. I won't tell you anything about them. They're going to read something, and only later I'll tell you their secret. So, Ephraim and Yair, you are invited.
Good evening. We decided actually to read you a poem. Thanks. Good evening again. We decided tonight to read you a poem that was written by Yehuda Amichai, an Israeli poem that was really loved by Sherwin, and we actually dedicate that song to our beloved Sherwin Wein. So Ephraim will read it in Hebrew, and then I will read it in English. So please.
הגוף הוא הסיבה לאהבה. הגוף הוא הסיבה לאהבה. אחר כך הוא המבצר השומר עליה. אחר כך הוא הכלא של האהבה. אבל כשהגוף מת, האהבה יוצאת חופשית מתוכו ובשפע גדול. כמו מכונת מזל שנשברה, ובבת אחת שופכת מתוכה בצלצול רועם את כל המטבעות של כל דלות המזל.
The body is the reason for love. The body is the reason for love. After that, a fortress that protects it. After that, love's prison. But when the body dies, love is set free in wild abundance, like a slot machine that breaks down, and with a furious swinging pour out all at once, all of the coins, all the generations of luck.
We're going to substitute the song Hatikva with the song Am Yisrael Chai. Please join us.
Help me to sing Am Yisrael Chai.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael,
And now, for a moment of quiet meditation, please take the time to read page 9 to yourselves in either Hebrew or English. I told you yesterday a little bit about our hands. We talked about Israel, we talked about North America. We talked about Israel, we talked about Jewish people that are outside of Israel. At the end of every celebration, every time we want to celebrate someone's ordination like tonight, or we want to thank someone, or we want to celebrate an award, we used to clap hands. And as we clap and more, we get really excited about the clapping, and then our hands seem to feel the clapping. It's hard to clap with one hand. It's almost impossible. Our body joins the clapping together. I want to do with you only one clap. And we will do that by counting down from 3 to 1. On 1, we will do one clap. Let's try. Hold out your hands out. And we will do it. 3, 2, 1. Silence is a way to remember. Silence is a way to meditate. When people try to write, what does God sound like? Silence. Divine, sublime. Silence is very important, very much like breathing. The meditation that we did enabled us to stop, to think, to read. The one clap is so important, the joining of what we're all about, what we're doing together. In 1991, this movement ordained the first rabbi. I invite Rabbi Tamara Colton to tell you what happened in December in Israel. Rabbi?
Last December, we ordained the first rabbis to graduate from Tmura, the Israeli rabbinic program of the International Institute for Secular Humanistic Judaism. And tonight, we celebrate the ordination of 4 more leaders of secular humanistic Judaism in Israel. They and their colleagues will speak our message and live our values through the Hebrew language by serving the people in Israel. The light of their ideas, symbolized by the Havdalah flame, will bring enlightenment to their world and to ours.
I want to tell you about Talia Goshen, who's not here with us tonight for practical reasons, but you will see her. Talia helped us out this summer, in the short, I would say, film festival that you had here in July. Am I right? Was it July? August. And I understand that it was very successful. Talia and her husband own a very big editing studio in Tel Aviv. Matter of fact, their most recent movie was earned the first prize at the Cannes Festival this year. And the second movie that they produced and edited is up for an Oscar. Talia is also a member of the board of an Arab Jewish school. And in that school, she teaches Bnei and Bnot Mitzvah, children, girls and boys, towards a bar mitzvah. And amongst them, there are Palestinians. Some are Muslim. It's an incredible course, and I hope that when you come to Israel, you'll get to meet her. So Talia, I will bring her certificate when I come to Israel. I want to tell you The next person I would like to invite is Professor Yair Lifshitz. Yair joined us this year. He lives in Haifa. He teaches at the Technion. He sits on the board of the Technion, and he sees in Israel many, many shows and films, and he will tell you why. I won't tell you that. We're happy tonight that his wife Efrat is also here. Efrat, thanks a lot for coming and joining us. She herself is a professor at the Technion. But Yair is also on the board of the Federation of the Secular Humanist Federation, and also on the board of our institute. And together with Ephraim, who you will meet soon, and Marvin Nussbaum, they are going to help us to promote international Judaism, secular Judaism. I'm happy to invite Yair Lifshitz to come and to receive their certificate.
Thank you much.
Okay, we're not letting him speak. The next person we're not letting speak tonight is Dr. Ephraim Zadov. We are very fortunate, as you can see, to have people like Yair and like Ephraim joining us. Ephraim is a scholar in the field of history of Israel, who is focusing on South America. He himself edited two encyclopedias in Spanish, and I wanted to make sure. One about the Holocaust, and recently there was a group of people who were alumni of youth movements in South America who approached me in Israel and said that they wanted to celebrate their Judaism, and they don't know how to do this, and they want to build a community together. So I immediately called Ephraim, and I said, Ephraim, help. I know nothing about South America. So he said, yeah, I'll come and talk. I don't know what to do exactly, but I'll come and talk. I told this to the alumni, and they said, Dr. Ephraim Zadov, really? Anyway, we met, and hopefully there will be a congregation in Jerusalem. So I invite Ephraim to come and join us. Mazal Tov Ephraim, as he is shaking hands, I'll tell you another thing about him. Ephraim decided to start a study group in Israel about conversion and adoption, and hopefully in 2 years we will be able to tell you what we're going to do about it in Israel. The other person I would like to invite, and very happy to invite, is Dr. Eli Levin. We have something about doctors tomorrow. Anyway, in this situation, Eli is really a doctor. He is a dentist. He is completing his MA at the University of Tel Aviv about the history of Israel. Eli is studying with us now for 3 years and will soon become a rabbi. And you are all invited in December 2008 to Israel. And that Chanukah, we will have another ordination of some rabbis, and Eli then will be a rabbi. One of his projects, which is really exciting, is a project which is called spiritual vaccination. What does that mean? Think about all the young people that are graduating or finishing the army in Israel. Where are they going? To different places in the world. South America, jungles, etc., India, etc. And it can be a problem. It can be a wonderful, wonderful experience. But we want to keep it a wonderful experience, and we want to get people ready to go out there. So he's putting together a humanist spiritual vaccination program. And we'll see what that's about, and that you'll be able to see when you come to Israel. So I invite Eli Levin to come and receive your certificate. been studying with us for 3 years, and he's almost going to be a rabbi. We will let him speak.
Kisses later?
Kisses later.
On behalf of the Israeli delegation, I would like to thank you very much for your warm hospitality, generosity, and stimulating and intelligent colloquium. Since we share the same history, we should communicate and collaborate at present and hope to pass this relationship to the future generation. We are in a joint venture, long-term project, but there is still ignorance and hatred toward Jews' culture and secularism. Although there is a tremendous change in the last 5 years in the demand for teaching and celebrating the secular humanistic Judaism, there is still a lot of work to be done. Actually, it reminds me a joke about a letter addressed to God, which came to the post office. The clerks in the post office didn't know what to do with the letter. At last, they opened it and read a very touchy letter. Dear God, we are a religious family with 7 children. I lost my job and we are really broken. Please, God, be kind and send me 1,000 shekels so we can survive for the next weeks. The humanistic secular Jews in that post office, we are everywhere, collected 800 shekels and sent it anonymously to this person. Then, after a week, came another letter. Dear God, thank you for your generosity, but please, next time you send me money, do it directly, because the bastards in the post office took 200 shekels from your donation. So, we would not change the Orthodox into secular Jews, but we can enlighten the history, the literature, the art, etc. of Jews during more than 3,000 years to a vast amount of secular Jews who live today. This is our aim. Let's be ready for it. Thank you. Naomi Shemer is one of the greatest poets in Israel. During the days of Yom Kippur War, when the people of Israel was very depressed, she took the words from the Beatles song, Let It Be, and gave them a wonderful interpretation, and Let It Be became Lu Yehi.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed this, but I choose the people that come to Tmura only because they can sing, because I can't. And now we go back to hope. Let us sing together, let us stand. Those who are comfortably standing, please stand for the hope song, our national anthem.
Havdalah is about distinctions between Shabbat and between the rest of the week, between this day and the days to come. And yet, even as we separate, we join together. The light of the Ner Havdalah, the Havdalah candle, is a symbol that is many lights joined into one. After all, one of our founding songs, "My light is in me and in you." It is more than one light. It is the light that each of us finds. And we find that a candle, when it gives its light to another candle, is not dimmed. You see, it spreads light, and light grows and multiplies to enlighten the world, to enlighten each of us, and to find the inspiration that we have found in our identity as secular and as humanistic Jews in Israel and America and all over the world. The last Havdalah ritual joins wine and flame, rest and work, Shabbat and the week, North America and Israel, the past and the future. We are strengthened by our diversity, we are inspired by our creativity, and we find hope and courage in the power of our ideas. How good it is to face this future together.
נבחין בין חלקי השלם ועל ההבדלים נברך.
Let us distinguish parts within the whole and bless their differences.
נבדיל בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה.
Like Sabbath and the 6 days of creation, may our lives be made whole through relation. As rest makes the Sabbath precious, may our work give meaning to the week.
וקדושה בכל יום נבקש.
Let us separate the Sabbath from the other days of the week, seeking holiness in each. And as is customary, we will take the wine and the candle, our past of Sherwin and our future together, combine the two, and we will wish each other, and you will wish the people next to you, Shavua Tov, a good week.
Hold your hands out, the candle and the wine. 3, 2, 1. Shavua Tov.
Now, this song works wonderfully in Hebrew and in Yiddish and in English. You've got to know at least one of those, and so we can all sing it together.